This is a dream. I don't want to forget it, so I'm recording it on my break. This is a dream. Vision. Okay. I wasn't fully asleep, but I kept on seeing it. When I see something 3 times, that means I have to pay attention to it. Okay, so I'm not going to upload this until after school, on my break. But my dream was about summer, of course, as you could see from the title. I don't know what it means, but I could guess. I could take a psychic guess, intuitive guess. Anyhow, it was me. I was walking down a road, and it was kind of close to Summer's house, which I don't like even seeing pictures of it, because it has an aura that is sadness, tears, hunger, messy dirt, yelling, screaming. So I don't like the house. And then Summer's walking towards me, but then all of a sudden she stops, and she's kind of over by a creek. So I go over to the creek, and I look back at the house. The house is getting further from me, so I feel a little better. And I can understand why she wants to go near it, but she doesn't want to go in it. And instead she's over by the water, and there's it's weird because there's fish jumping out of the water. And she's not taking them, touching them, because she's letting them be what they need to be. They don't need to be taken out of the water to be admired. So she's looking at them, and she's laughing, giggling, and then she puts her hand up and says, like, "Come here," without saying "come here." She just pulls her hand into herself, but looks at me straight in the eyes, her blue eyes to my blue eyes. Okay, so I was squinting a lot because where she was so bright and sunny. And I look back at the house, and that's like a dark cloud is over it, It's like negative aura. But where Summer was standing was positive and pretty and beautiful. Where Summer was standing, everything was all right. She was safe. She wasn't hungry. She wasn't hurt. She felt the sun on her shoulders, but she wasn't getting burned. And the fish in the water that she was standing near looked like extra, bionic fish. So I knew it was special where she was. I knew it was God touched, if you know what that means. I knew the angels were near her, but I didn't see them. I just knew they were around her, and she wanted to show me something. So she had a hand closed, and I said, "Are you okay, Summer? You talking to me, Summer?" Okay, sorry, I'm from New York, so I actually did say, "You talking to me?" because I wanted to make sure that she was trying to give me a message and not somebody else, and not me just wanting to talk to Summer, because who wouldn't want to talk to Summer? But I've had this vision in my head, or dream, if you will, come to me 3 times. So the 3rd time it came to me, I knew what I had to do, which is tell you guys. If I would ignore it, it wouldn't be a problem. It just would come to me over and over again. So sometimes Spirit tells you to talk about something if they keep on showing it to you. So when I got closer to her, I looked at the water, and not only were the fish acting like, toy fish, magical fish, but in the water there was glitter dancing above, white orbs that were glitter, like the glitter that I put on my paintings. The white glitter that I put on my paintings was all over the water, and you could reach out and touch it, and it went on my hand, and instead of sticking to your hand like glitter would, it just it rinsed off like water. But as it was on your hand, you felt special, you felt warm, you felt love. So I knew it was from God. I knew it was from the angels. I even felt my mom around. I didn't see her, but I felt her. Maybe she's helping take care of Summer, because my mom, that's all you would need. You would only need my mom. She could be both mother and father. She could take care of you and nurture you and be a little bit strict, but always loving. Anyway, I said, what's the matter, Summer? Are you talking to me? And she said, yeah. Like a laugh, like, of course. She giggled. She can't talk that well, okay? It's almost like she's on the spectrum, but she was just, maybe she would have been able to talk better if she learned, if anybody taught her. She didn't go to pre-K. When kids are like 2 and 3, they're supposed to be going to some sort of, even if you just do it in your house, some sort of daycare, pre-K learning time, because their brain is ready to learn at that age. Anyhow, I have to check the time. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay, so basically, I said, what's the matter, Summer? Are you talking to me? And she laughed again, and then I went closer to her. At first, I was a little afraid to go close to her, but when she showed me the water and the glitter in the water, and then how it just would disappear, or sometimes it would dance in the air. I remember seeing that when I was little, right before bad or important things would happen. Right before my parents got divorced, I remember seeing orbs come through the window, and I thought it was dust, and it would float around the room, and I would ask my sisters, do you see that? Do you see that? And they would, what, the sun? They would just call me a weirdo and say, yeah, we see the sun, weirdo. But what I was seeing was orbs that were trying to protect me from what was coming. Anyhow, so I saw that with Summer, and then she showed me that her hand was closed, and she was like, look, and I go, what? Your hand is closed. And when she opened it really slowly, so I looked closer. And when she opened it, a blue butterfly came out. And it wasn't just like a regular blue butterfly, it was a butterfly that like sat on her finger, looked at me. It had a face. It wasn't creepy. It had a face, and it looked at me. And it looked at her. And when it looked at her, you felt like she was healed. There was nothing wrong with her. She didn't have any piece of dirt on her. She was an angel who was innocent. And she pointed to her back. And her back, she had folded wings. And I know that sounds like, oh, isn't that convenient or whatever. I don't care if anybody believes me. I believe what I saw. Okay? And her folded wings weren't purple this time, like I had seen a long time ago. And like my cards were, they were all glittery white and feathers. But she keeps them folded. She goes, I don't need them now. She didn't want to fly around. She just wanted to hang out by the water. She was in the water up to her knees. And she didn't have any scratches on her knees. Her arms didn't have bruises. And she told me she was healed. And she just looked at me, and she told me that without saying words. She said Jesus healed her. Mother Mary she's met. And that's her mother in heaven. And I was like, how about my mom? Did you meet my mom up there? My mommy's up there. and Daddy, and she just like kind of winked at me. She said that she's surrounded by children. My mother is surrounded by children. And she also mentioned my daughter. I had lost a baby, and I didn't even know it. And I had gone to a reader, and the reader told me. And I said, the baby's name is Lily, isn't it? Anyway, she told me that she sees her up there, and I communicated with her about her aunt. She didn't have much to say. She said she saw her in the beginning, but she has a different focus. She goes, my aunt has a different homework she has to do. And like really, so with the butterfly, she showed me the butterfly didn't want to fly yet, and the butterfly went from her hand, and she looked at me, and I put my hand out, and the butterfly came to me, but it didn't feel right, so it went back to her. And I thanked her for letting me have her butterfly for a few minutes, but she wasn't ready yet. So I'm thinking maybe she wasn't ready because she wants her body to be found before she can fully go to heaven. She's in heaven, but she visits a location. And when I pointed to the house, she said the boys aren't there, so she doesn't have to go up there anymore. Now, if the boys were there, she goes by wherever they are. She locates them, she said. Anyway, it was a nice vision. It was a beautiful dream. Some parts of it were a little scary. Some parts of it, I don't know. I haven't figured out. But tell me what you guys think, okay? And I'm going to end that at exactly 9:11. Has that for serendipity. Okay. Namaste, everybody.